Good evening, YouTube. Your boy Protect Sports, man. Back with another one today, man. First of all, I hope everybody staying safe with this COVID-19. I hope everybody staying safe and healthy as possible. I know this was a collab with my boy Malcolm Ron. They weren't available to actually do the collab, so we're gonna probably reschedule to do it another time. So I wish that I could continue to support their channel, man, and yeah, we'll just do that in the future. It was some slight miscommunication, more on my part. So sorry for the inconvenience, y'all. I'm looking forward to being them on, had them on the stream, had them on the channel. I could communicate better as a host. It was my first time hosting a collab on my channel with people I just met. So the communication was kind of shaky on my part, and that's on me. So I had to get better on that. So next time, we'll have a collab. The collab will definitely be a collab. You know what I'm saying? So sorry about that, y'all. I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel, man. I keep supporting y'all as well. So today's topic, man, is we're gonna talk about these NFL rookies, man. I didn't really talk about the draft after the draft, but I'm gonna give you guys 10 rookies, in my opinion, that are rounds 3 and beyond. So rounds 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, who I think would be very impact players. You know, the first round picks like the Joe Burrows, Chase Youngs, second round picks like, hey, it was good, man. How you doing, bro? Hope all is well with you. Thanks, Steven Rascal, for the comment. I appreciate that. I'm all good, man. How about you? Like I said, man, you know about all the first round picks. I'm saying Chase Young, Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, guys like that. Second round picks like T. Higgins and Xavier McKinney, guys of that ilk. You already know about those guys. You think those guys will be very impactful. They were first and second round picks for a reason. But your median Patels in the draft are around 3 through 6. Seventh round picks, you can kind of, it's a hit or miss, it's cool. But rounds 3 through 6, you get your special teamers, you get your backup contributors, things like that. That's the median Patels of your football team. So I'm gonna talk about these guys real quick. Give you guys essential weaknesses of each player and why I think they'll be impactful in 2020 and beyond. I'm saying I think these guys are really good players for at least a couple of years, even. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The first guy I have on the list is Titan Adam Trautman out of Dayton. As you know, Adam Trautman was the 105th pick overall in the 2020 NFL Draft. He was selected by the New Orleans Saints. To me, Adam Trautman was the best tight end in this draft. He ran the best routes. He had the best hands. The best hands goes to Thaddeus Moss. But he was the best overall tight end, the most all-around tight end, the best in this draft. I think it's a perfect fit for the Saints because Jared Cook is getting older, and so you do want another guy. Like they got Josh Hill and all that, but Trautman's gonna be better than Josh Hill. That's just my opinion. He's going to bring something to the table that only Jared Cook could bring him at first, which is like speed in the seams, catching those seam routes, catching more 50-50 balls, things like that. Only really Jared Cook can bring that to the table for you. But Adam Trautman coming to the fold, he brings that for you. He brings that extra dimension to your tight end room that you would like. So I think he's a perfect fit, perfect team to draft him. Another Saints rookie on this list as well, but this was the perfect selection for the perfect team as Drew Brees takes his swan song. He has another weapon to go along with Michael Thomas, Emmanuel Sanders, Jared Cook, Alvin Kamara, and he has another weapon to the mix in Adam Trautman along with Josh Hill. So they have 3 tight ends who can catch football. Whew. That's scary. Only weaknesses for Adam Trautman is game speed. He's not the fastest guy in the world on game day, but I think he plays faster than his time for what I've watched. But we'll see. That's the only weakness I have on one glaring weakness on Adam Trautman. The next guy is a tackle, left tackle, is Josh Jones. He was the 8th pick in the 3rd round. So he's a 72nd overall pick in the 3rd round. The guy should have been the 1st round pick. He was projected to be a 1st round pick. He fell all the way in the 3rd round for some reason. Not because of size. He's like kind of like the Mekhi Benton thing. He might eat himself out the league or whatever. But I don't think so. I think that was a huge mistake for letting Mekhi Benton drop to 11. It's a huge mistake for letting Josh Jones drop to the 3rd round with the 72nd pick. He's really solid in pass protection. He can get nasty, but he's not the most nasty guy in the world. But he's big and he's huge. He's a huge body. Um, he's a huge wall on the way of defenders. And this is like pretty good. The perfect pick for the Cardinals. We need a tackle. We need a first round caliber tackle. They found one in the third round. I think he'll be a very productive player for the Cardinals. I think it's going to be a huge boost for Kyler Murray and not have Kyler Murray get killed. And now DJ Humphries goes to the right spot. He needs to go to his right tackle, and Josh Jones can do his thing on the left hand side. Yeah, he's going to struggle a bit. He's going to have the rookie growing pains, all that good jazz. But I do think Josh Jones is a really good fit for the Cardinals. I think it's a huge steal in the third round, and he's going to be a nice anchor for that rookie contract. And by the time they actually pay him, you know what I'm saying? My phone just replied to a text message. But yeah, by the time they have to pay him, he gave you three, 4 really solid years in the league. So I love that pick in Josh Jones. I think he's gonna be really good for the Arizona Cardinals for a very, very long time. Now another tackle. That's my third guy. Tackle Saahdiq Charles for the Washington Redskins, who was drafted with the 108th pick overall. Before the Trent Williams trade, they drafted Saahdiq Charles with that 108th pick. They moved Trent Williams right afterwards. And now Saahdiq Charles is pretty much the left tackle of the future for the Washington Redskins. He was projected to be a second round pick before he had the whole suspension and kind of, I guess you say off the field issues, let's be honest. He got suspended from LSU, supposed for weed. So, I mean, they're not getting suspended for weed in the NFL anymore, so whatever. But they kind of lowered his draft stock because we didn't know the reason why he got suspended at first. So his draft stock dropped from that mid-second round range to that early fourth round range where he got taken at. I like Saahdiq Charles. I think he's a really solid tackle. He does everything very, very well, but he doesn't excel in one specific area, if that makes sense. He's a problem guy. He's efficient at many, master of none. Shout out to Louis T for the acronym. He's just a really solid player in every aspect of the game. Pass protection, solid. Run blocking, solid. Set the edge blocks in the toss plays, solid. He's solid in everything. Solid athlete, just solid guy. I just think he's gonna be a nice anchor. I think he's gonna struggle early, but as he gets adjusted to NFL speed, NFL players, all that good jazz, I think Saahdiq Charles will be a nice fit for the Redskins. He's gonna be very, very productive. I really like that pick a lot for the Redskins. I would say that's a steal, and they got themselves a starting left tackle in Saahdiq Charles. Now, is he gonna be elite? No. But is he gonna be a solid starting left tackle, a middle of the road starting left tackle at his peak? Yes. If you got that in the fourth round, that is completely fine. I have no problem with that. He doesn't have to be elite in the fourth round. He's a fourth round pick for a daggone reason. So solid pick. I like it a lot. And Saahdiq Charles, welcome to Washington. So that's my third one to me. Number 4 will be Albert O. I'm not pronouncing his last name. I'm not butchering this man's last name. The tight end out of Missouri. He was selected in the fourth round as well. He was selected with the 118th overall pick by the Denver Broncos. I love this pick for the Broncos. I think it's going to be very productive. They have Noah Fant there, which is a former first-round pick. So you have Noah Fant on one side of the tight end spot, and you have Albert O on the other side. Albert O is a very athletic tight end, very good pass catching option at the tight end spot. I like what he brings to the table. I'm gonna give you a couple weaknesses to his game real quick that I did look on his profile on the NFL app. The only glaring weakness, he's kind of chunky off the line. That's the thing that I'm not a big fan of Albert O. I did see that on tape as well. I read the weaknesses and I double checked the tape, and that was definitely a thing. He runs right in the cut, right in off coverage sometimes. Also needs better acceleration to come off his breaks. He's not the most his acceleration isn't the best coming out of his break. Just small things that he could really work on, but the man is extremely talented, and I think he just started playing football in 2017. So he has immense potential, and I do love this pick for the Broncos. And he'll have another tight end in Noah Fant, who's a really good technician, who can teach him the ins and outs of the game, teach him better route running techniques, all that. So I love this pick for the Denver Broncos with Albert O Albert O and Noah Fant will make some noise this year. Honestly, God, truth, I think they're gonna eat, bro. Because I think Drew Lock's a nice, solid quarterback. Got Cortland Sutton there. You drafted Jerry Judy. Now you add an Albert O and KJ Hamler to this offense. I think this offense is going to really flourish. If not 2020 season, 2021 season, that offense is going to be insane. They're going to be scoring points left and right. So that is the Albert O pick for me. As I think it's my fourth player on the list. My fifth player on the list. Um, Give me 2 seconds. The fifth player to me is Reggie Robinson the second out of Tulsa. He was drafted by the Dallas Cowboys with the 17th pick in the fourth round with the 123rd overall selection in the 2020 NFL draft. Reggie Robinson, really fast corner, 6'2", 6'4" and a half. I'm sorry, 6'4" and a half, about 210 pounds, somewhere around there. He ran a 4.48 40, so he's really explosive athlete. Um, Give me 2 seconds. Very explosive athlete. Really good ball skills. He's a really solid corner. I like Reggie Robinson a lot. I wish the Redskins got him, but unfortunately, the daggone Dallas Cowgirls just had to snatch Reggie Robinson in the fourth round above the chances of us getting him. So, I like Reggie Robinson a lot. But the departure of Byron Jones, you draft Tavon Diggs, and then you get yeah, he does want us going to be 6 feet and over. Yeah, sorry. All right, so yeah, really tall, lanky corner, really athletic guy, nice size, nice speed, nice ball skills. He pretty much does everything pretty solidly. I do like Reggie Robinson the second a lot. I really do think that I'm not a big Anthony Brown guy in Dallas. I think his he got an extension, but I don't think he's a starting corner. I really think Diggs and Reggie Robinson will start at corner for the Dallas Cowboys. You're going to start two rookies. I think they're going to really show out in training camp. They will come out there and show what they can do. And they're going to start. They're going to start year one. And I pretty think Reggie Robinson is going to have his lumps like every other rookie. But I say around midseason, he'll catch some fire, make some plays, catch some picks, for some fumbles. He'll do a lot of good solid things at the next level. I like Reggie Robinson a lot, man. And I hated the Cowboys got him. So that's what it is. So that's my fifth player. My sixth guy is another Redskin. I'm a little biased here, but I do like this pick a lot. I'm a big fan of this guy. When we drafted him, I was like, who is he? And I had to put the acronym to the name. I said, oh, it's him. And I'm like, okay, watch some tape. And I was like, oh my gosh, dude is going to be a monster. If he can just keep progressing at his game, this boy is going to be a monster. It's wide receiver Antonio Gandy-Golden out of Liberty. The Washington Redskins drafted him with the 142nd pick in the 2020 NFL draft, which is the I think that's the compensatory pick in the fourth round. So it's toward the end of the fourth round, going to the fifth round. Antonio Gandy-Golden, I think the only reason he was a fourth round pick is because he didn't have any elite speed and he played at Liberty. That's the only reason. He has great hands. He does all these crazy one-hand acrobatic catches. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he has very long strides. He can create separation with route running. Not the best route runner in the world, but he's definitely a solid route runner. But his hand, he's 6'4". Huge wide receiver. Huge. About 220 or so. Very intelligent guy too. If you watch Sports Center, he was talking with an anchor of Sports Center. He did the Rubik Cube in less than a minute and 30 seconds. Dude is extremely intelligent. Like I like that a lot. He's very smart, very talented football player. He'll know what the coaches are going to ask of him. He's going to go out there, make plays. He's just an extremely athletic guy, can high point the football. His hands are incredible. He makes all these crazy catches. If he's going to do the same thing in Liberty at the next level, will be an adjustment period for Antonio Gandy Golden, yes. Will he go out and come out the gates just catching one-handed passes and destroying corners? No. But as the season gets along and he gets used to these NFL corners, get used to the NFL game, NFL speed, I think he's going to be a really, really solid player for the Washington Redskins. And I would not be surprised by the end of the season he's starting at wide receiver for them and producing at a very, very solid level and a really solid clip. My next guy is linebacker Zack Baun. He was the 10th pick in the third round, which is the 74th overall pick. Them losing Kiko Alonso, potentially lose Kiko Alonso due to a bunch of injuries and all that type of stuff. Yes, Jordan. I'm sorry, I didn't see your comment, Steven. Sorry, bro. Yeah, Jordan Lewis will be on the trading block. I think he's gonna get moved. Reggie Robinson and I think Trayvon Diggs will definitely start for the Cowboys. You could probably plug Anthony Brown in the slot. Jordan Lewis is getting moved. He didn't get an extension unlike Anthony Brown did this year. That's just kind of right on the wall. And they drafted 2 corners in the same draft. That's just right on the wall. He's getting moved. Don't know what we're going to get for Jordan Lewis, but he's definitely getting moved. I wouldn't mind taking crack at Jordan Lewis in Washington. I know a couple of teams are probably using cornerback help. Wouldn't mind taking a crack at Jordan Lewis for a mid-round pick. Probably fourth. Probably no more than a fourth. I'll say like a 5th, 6th round pick. That'll probably do the trick for Jordan Lewis. And he can get acquired, and you can see what he show the tires on, see what he can do. So yeah. Zack Baun is I guess he's a linebacker / edge rusher type of guy. From what I've read, he does seem like a very versatile linebacker, very many schemes. But he does lack a secondary pass rush move. He's not the fastest guy in the world, actually, either. So it kind of hurts his game a bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and look up Zack Baun one more time, just to verify what I've stated. Give me a second. Hello. Okay, are you here? Okay, give me a moment. I'll grab some and go downstairs. Okay. All right, thank you. Oh crap. All right, so let me get the Zack Baun real quick. I'm sorry. I had an Instacart order just got delivered. Sorry about the inconvenience, y'all. His NFL comparison is kind of annoying. So that just tells me he's going to be really solid football player at the next level. 4.56 at 4.65 at a 40. That's not bad for a linebacker. He's a former quarterback in high school, so that was yeah. So he was a very quarterback in high school, so that tells you something. He is twitchy and explosive. That's a good thing. Striking ability is crazy. He's hitting people, knocking people out. But he lacks the size for a pass rusher, so that kind of hurts him a bit. But Zack Baun is a tackling machine. I watched the tape. He's a tackling machine. Kiko Alonso out the door. Zack Baun comes in and just becomes a straight up tackling machine. So that's my thing. Hey, bro, do me a favor. Hey, go downstairs and go get an Instacart order. Also, all stuff in Instacart. I'll get keys. Oh, dang, crap. It's like, just the daggone keys. All right. Give me a second. So that's Zack Baun for you in a nutshell. Huge tackling machine. Could be a pass rusher for you. Oh my God. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I'm multitasking here. Crap. All right. Sorry. Screw this. So after Zack Baun, I'm gonna give you one more player. It's wide receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones. He's a Cleveland Brown. He was drafted in the 6th round, this 8th pick in the 6th round. It's 187th overall pick. Donovan Peoples-Jones is a very explosive athlete. Very versatile guy. He had 8 receiving touchdowns last year. Kick return for a touchdown last year. He returned a couple punts a couple years back as well. So he just brings a lot of explosiveness. He makes a lot of plays. He's just a playmaker. With Odell and Jarvis Landry there, I think Peoples Jones would be a very, very underrated guy, especially you having Austin Hooper and David Njoku there as well. And you got the running back. So he'll be a very overlooked weapon. And I think he could beat one-on-one coverage. He needs to work on his route running a bit. But as he improves his game through hopefully a training camp, the virtual offseason, all that good jazz, I think Donovan Peoples-Jones will be a guy who's super, super overlooked because you don't think about Donovan Peoples-Jones in Cleveland. First off, he's going to start. He's going to start outside. You have Jarvis in the inside, the slot. You have Odell outside. So I think Donovan Peoples-Jones starting the other outside wide receiver spot. And he'll get a lot of single coverage. He'll probably get in the third best corner. And I think he's just going to eat. He's just really good hands, really solid guy. The only thing with Don Peoples-Jones, he was never consistently productive. He never had a 100-yard game in Michigan at all. So that kind of worries me a bit. But I said this level right now with all the weapons that the Cleveland Browns have, I do not expect Donovan Peoples-Jones to have any 100-yard games. He won't even get enough targets to do that. But I think the targets he will get, he will take advantage of them and make plays. I think he's a nice red zone target, just good hands. I think he's a really, really solid weapon in Cleveland. And the other two guys I got is KJ Hill, the 7th round pick, the 6th pick, the 7th round, 220 overall pick, and Los Angeles Chargers with Keenan Allen and Mike Williams already there. And no other depth behind him, to be honest, for all the guys they've lost. KJ Hill's going to step in and start and be very productive. And Zach Moss is going to be a nice productive running back along with Devin Singletary. I got to get out of here. I got too much stuff going on in my house. So I'm going to go ahead out. Rate, comment, subscribe. Stay safe, man. Put God first. And Protect Family Station, like always. I'll catch you on the next stream. I'll be back in an hour to talk about the Dak Prescott situation. Until then, take it easy. Peace. All right, man. Chill.